Sharp pieces of steel wool and scalding water marked my skin for 35 consecutive days this summer. This was the best and hardest 5 weeks of my entire life. My name is JuliaGrace, and I was invisible to more than 400 people this summer. Have you ever wondered how the trash around our campus miraculously disappears? Or how many dishes are washed in the refectory each meal? Have you ever wondered who prepared the toppings for the salad bar? Or how often the paper towels in our bathrooms have to be refilled? Anyone? Let's be honest, none of us pay much attention to that stuff. We take it for granted and go about our day enjoying these little conveniences while stressing about the next quiz or which emoji to use to reply to that text we just got. I have attended Lady Lodge Youth Camp since 2009. It is a 2-week overnight summer camp in Lakey, Texas. LOIC is in the middle of a beautiful canyon on the Frio River. Since I was 7 years old, I have raised the money to attend multiple summer camps like T-Bar M and Camp Capers. But LOIC quickly became my favorite and was the summer camp I attended the most. I would live there every day if I could because it truly feels like my second home. The fall of my junior year, I applied for a position on a team called Work Crew, 1 step below staff and 10 steps below campers. Believe it or not, more people apply to this labor of love than there are slots available. The spots on crew are incredibly competitive because of the rite of passage it offers lifetime campers, as well as the opportunity to give back to our camp that has given us so much joy, growth, and fun over the years. I had to fill out an application, go through an interview process, and anxiously wait for my acceptance letter. Thankfully, I received a spot. My work crew was composed of 16 girls my age and 2 bosses who had been our past counselors. We would wake up 2 hours before breakfast and head down to the ranch house where all the meals were served. The crew would pray over our day and then break out like a team huddle, except true to the times, we added a little dab at the end. Like tribal warriors getting ready to enter battle, we were ready to take on the day after a morning powwow. Morning tasks included prepping all food, juices, cereal bars, setting up coffee, essential when dealing with adults who manage 250 children all day. All counselors, staff, and on-camp families would eat before the campers. Then, at 9 a.m., the doors would open and more than 250 campers would flood in for service. While they ate, we washed. The stacks of plates and bins of used silverware seemed endless when dealing with that many campers. Then, once they were done, we would begin setup for the next meal. This developed a deep sense of gratitude and empathy towards the parents of the world who spend their days preparing, serving, washing, repeat. Around 10:30, with all the dishes cleaned, the crew would head up to the staff lounge with our camp-style iced coffees in hand to do a 45-minute devotional. This was my favorite part of the day. Our crew wanted to be all in and dive deep into all of our studies and discussions. My favorite verse that helped me push through the burns from kitchen pans, rude campers, and scalding water was from Romans 12, 9 through 10. Let love be genuine, abhor what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection, outdo one another in showing honor. Outdo one another in showing honor? That's an interesting phrase if you think about it. If I'm honest with myself, I've never thought about outdoing others in honor. That is not a competition I often find myself in. So, how did I endure 35 days of early mornings, dishwashing that made my hands chafe, and cleaning up after hundreds of teenagers? Encouragement. Encouragement is a language all its own, spoken in many forms, by a simple gesture in the form of a pat on the back or a high five, or saying an encouraging word like great job and keep up the hard work. Encouragement has the power to completely change a person's mood and motivation. Austrian psychiatrist Rudolf Dreikers considered the ability to encourage others as the single most important attribute in getting along with other people. Encouragement is what led our crew to be the closest and most successful crew ever. Whenever one of us saw someone struggling to stay positive, She would cheer her on, give her a hug, or offer her a 5-minute break to breathe. We did not only receive encouragement from each other and from our bosses, but from God. One day, our crew was struggling to get along and push through what needed to get done. Our bosses told us to take a break outside by ourselves and to spend some time with God. We all spent quiet time doing our devotions, and we came back with a happy heart and a positive mindset. Encouragement and a positive mindset are contagious. It makes you want to work harder and push through, knowing that people believe in you. I have never felt so invisible in my life. The experience of serving our camp was incredibly humbling and the most gratifying experience. I felt invisible because our crew completed tasks for the camp that were taken for granted. I learned to see with my eyes open, to see the invisible tasks completed by others. As I reflect back at my successes and failures over my past 7 years at TMI, one thing I think I've done consistently, maybe not perfectly, is to encourage others. It is kind of ironic because what I need most from others is something I enjoy giving others. When we look back at our time at TMI, I hope that is how you remember me. Over the next 109 days we have together, my commitment to you is to encourage you during your highs and lows, because I know sometimes that's all you need to take the next step. Encouragement costs us nothing. It is not hard nor painful. It does not require a 5 on an AP exam. Encouragement is the simple act of saying or doing something for another person. One person put it as, encouraging others can be the catalyst to unleashing their greatness. What would one day, 1 quarter, 1 semester, 1 year look like if everyone made it a point to encourage 1 person a day? That is the cost, your time. But in return, you have the power to motivate someone. I know everyone here has 15 seconds in their day to encourage someone else. What's stopping us? Gandhi famously said, "Be the change you want to see." I would add, be the change you want to see and encourage others along the way. Thank you.